Is time travel to the future and past possible? Can we travel to the future? Yes, this is true, but we first have to understand Einstein's special relativity and time dilation. Assume that this light goes up and down at a constant speed as a clock, while this person is moved right and left. For this man, the light looks like this, though the other people it looks like this. According to this equation, t equals d over v, assuming that the speed of light is constant for all observers, as the path gets longer in the triangle path compared to the path up and down, the time goes slower for the observers who are watching the moving clock than the person holding and watching the stationary clock. Depending on the different frames of reference angles, time changes, and this is called time dilation. This happens in our daily lives, yet since it is too minimum compared to the speed of light, we can't realize it. However, in space, we can clearly experience time dilation, enabling us to achieve time travel. Assume that this rocket moves at 99.5% of the speed of light. The clock on the rocket could be just after 1 year, while the clock on the Earth could show 30 years have passed. This is because the faster you move through the three dimensions that define physical space, the more slowly you're moving through the fourth dimension, time, relative to another object. So we figured out that we can technically do time travel to the future using space travel. Next question is, can we travel to the past? We have to know if time can flow backward. The simple answer is no, time can't flow backward and only flow forward. The second law of thermodynamics says that any isolated system will tend towards increasing entropy or disorder. For example, when you mix milk into straight coffee, you can see that the milk is getting mixed slowly, yet it can never unmix because the order of particles is too chaotic and random to reorganize. When the Big Bang happened, the entropy was fully ordered, low entropy, yet right now, as a middle stage where the direction of time is forward, to the equilibrium stage where direction of time doesn't exist. So how can we achieve time travel to the past? We can think of inventing wormhole. Einstein's theory of relativity says that the space and time make up the stage together, and they aren't the same everywhere. The things on the stage can affect stage itself, stretching and warping it like a waterbed. This kind of elastic space can be bent and maybe even torn and passed together, which can make wormhole possible. There are four conditions that have to be met to make a wormhole. First, it must connect to the distant part of space. 2. It has to be two-way travel. 3. It should be sufficiently sized so that the gravitational forces don't kill human travelers. 4. It has to keep our wormholes open by using exotic matter. Matter is what has negative mass. Positive masses are all attractive like planets and humans because of gravity, but negative mass is repulsive and it'll push away. This makes a kind of anti-gravity that could prevent gravity from closing the gate. And exotic matter must exert enormous pressure to push space-time open, greater than the pressure of the centers of neutron stars. If we can meet these conditions, we can possibly create a wormhole that can connect to the space and the Earth, and entering the entrance on the Earth to the spaceship, which is slower time, we can essentially do time travel to the past. So, we can conclude that we can do time travel to the future for sure, but we don't know if we can do time travel to the past. It's all up to future discoveries of new theories and experiments. Thank you.